From vaccination hubs in Darwin to pop-up clinics in remote communities, the Territory Government says just over half of residents over the age of 16 are now fully vaccinated.
So from today, we are entering the final sprint, with the aim of getting the Territory more than 80% fully vaccinated by early November.
Once that happens, the Chief Minister says broad-scale lockdowns will become far less likely. In their place will be targeted lockouts, where only the unvaccinated are subject to stay-at-home orders, while the fully vaccinated are allowed to work and play.
For those people who can get vaccinated but choose not to, you'll be locked out of these freedoms.
Vaccination rates are lagging in some remote communities, and those that don't reach the 80% target may be subject to movement restrictions and other controls. The Chief Health Officer is urging remote residents to act fast.
This virus can kill you. It can take away your family, it can take away all your knowledge.
To help protect Territorians who can't get a jab, such as children under 12, the government's planning to enforce mandatory vaccinations for thousands of workers in high-risk environments. The hardline mandate will apply to anyone interacting with children or vulnerable Territorians. Frontline health workers and emergency personnel will also need to be double vaxxed, as will staff in supermarkets, retail outlets and hospitality venues. People working in remote communities and those dealing with critical infrastructure will also need to be fully vaccinated. No deadline has been set, but once it is, anyone who refuses to get the jab may find themselves without a job.
So we're trying again to balance freedoms whilst also mitigating risk as reasonably possible.
Border restrictions are also set for a shake-up, with hotspot declarations set to be replaced by a new colour-coded system that favours those who are double-dosed. Anyone arriving from a low-risk green zone will be able to travel to the NT regardless of their vaccination status. But for the medium-risk orange zones, only people who are fully vaccinated will be allowed to enter, and they'll have to self-isolate at home until they pass a negative COVID test. And for high-risk red zones, only those who are double vaxxed will be permitted, with the requirement they undergo 2 weeks of supervised quarantine. Even when the NT reaches the 80% target, there'll still be 20% of people who are unvaccinated. That's around 50,000 Territorians. And for that reason, the Chief Minister says the NT can't afford to let its guard down, especially with the health system struggling to cope with existing demand.
We are walking this tightrope. The Territory is going to have a few safety nets in place.
With vaccinations, the most important safety net of all. Jono Gibson, ABC News.